Okay, in this demonstration, I'm going to use this adhesive craft foam, which you can get at Michael's Craft Store. You can get single sheet or a whole pack. They come in different colors. The color really doesn't matter, but it's really easy and satisfying to cut and make simple stamps that then I will show you how to use on the Gelli Plate. So here's one I made in the last class. It's kind of hard to see the dimension on that, and already has some ink, so I could do pattern stamps. I made a little house stamp. I did kind of a circle stamp, and then I used a ballpoint pen to push in. I'm going to see if it will pick up that indentation. I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make just a very simple one, and then I'll go right into printing. So sometimes as I'm making these stamps, I'll have leftover random shapes, and those can become part of another stamp. So I don't really have a plan on this one. I'm just going to make a pattern, but you can do things like the house. You can really make them any size that you want. I'll be working on the small Gelli Plate, so I could make one exactly this size. Tonight, I'm going to be combining several. Okay, so then you just peel and stick. And you can't really wash these if they're on cardboard because the cardboard will disintegrate, but I can use it for quite a while. And you can build up a little collection of these. And I know some people want to make cards. That's great too. So it's pretty straightforward. Just for contrast, I'll put some purple in there. Hardest part maybe is peeling this backing off. Okay. And if you don't have the craft foam, you can use cardboard, but this is just so easy and immediate to cut out. All right. Okay. Dad, I think you need to mute yourself, or somebody needs to mute themselves. Okay, so I've got that. Now, you don't have to do this, but it's kind of nifty to put a little handle, which I make out of tape on the back, so I can push down and then lift up. So I'm just going to take this blue masking tape, make a little tab. Okay, so I got a little tab. You can do it that way, or I find it easier just to kind of pinch it together and then put it down. Okay, so I've got all of these stamps, and I'll roll out my ink and I'll pull some prints. I'm going to use rice paper, but you can use thicker paper like Bristol. or even drawing paper if you want a more substantial paper, particularly for cards. Okay, so I've got my stamps. I'm going to use my small Gelli Plate. And I'm going to use the Open Slow Dry Acrylic. If you don't have that, you either need to work more quickly before your paint dries, or you can add a little bit of retarding medium to it so it doesn't dry out. Okay. I'm going to start just with one color, and then I'm going to show you how to roll out two. So remember, I roll and kind of lift at the end, and then trying to hit some of those spaces that don't have any paint by going back and forth the other way. So trying to get an even coat. All right, then I'm ready for my stamps. So I'm going to do this house one. Okay, so you can see it there. Now, the other thing that's fun, when I get ink on this stamp, I can also use this as a stamp. Okay, there's not enough ink has built up yet, but I can stamp directly from here. And then I'm going to pull a print from here, but I am going to use a quarter stamp that I just made so I can combine stamps. Okay, I only have room for part of this one. I'm going to put it right there. And it looks like the drawing into the foam with the ballpoint pen, it looks like it's going to work. Okay, now I'll take a piece of, I'm using rice paper. Okay, so there's my first print. And then I'm going to pull a ghost print from what's left on there. Okay, so I've got two renditions. Now I'm going to show you rolling out two colors, kind of a fade, or it's called an ombre. Do yellow ochre, and Prussian blue, and normally I would do it with a big roller, but I'm assuming that most of you don't have a big roller, so I'm going to try it with the small. So that means I need to do one section first. Now I think I'm just going to take off some of that, get rid of some of that paint on my roller, roll it off. And go to my other section and then bring it over so it fades in, doing a fade. All right, now let's see. This happened by accident in the last class, and this is fun. So let's say I do my stamp like this. if I rotate it, it's already happening because there was ink left on there. If I rotate it, I'm going to get some blue over here and some yellow over there. Which is pretty cool. Here, I'll do a different stamp at the bottom. Okay. And then I can, again, the more paint that builds up on these stamps, you'll get a better impression. Okay. All right, so now I'll pull a print on that. Okay, I'm pretty excited about that, how you can flip it and get the paint to cross over. Okay, so now I will do a ghost print. All right, now when you're done, I mean, you can make this could go on for a while. You can make many of these, but we're going to be doing a little bit more with collage papers. And so this is a great way to make collage papers. So when you're done doing your stamping, you can explore stamping other textures. So just a little piece of cardboard like this, corrugated. Then if I cross over this way, get kind of a cool grid structure. Got wavy cardboard. Okay. And then now all I want to do is give you my infomercial. So brayers, I wondered if smaller ones existed, and they do. And I'm pretty jazzed about these. I sent you a link of where to purchase them on Amazon if you want. But these I can roll directly on a Gelli plate, or you can also paint with them. So here, let me just do a little bit on the Gelli plate with these. You can get really nice, crisp, straight lines. Paint with that on your canvas or on the Gelli plate.